Okay, everything seems to be going pretty smooth. I was able to leave on the brake line, rear brake for the parking brake. So as you can see, that was left on. I got everything pretty lubed down. This was cleaned off nicely, unhooked and done. Show you the clip. Here's the clip for it. So that's got that cleaned up. That just pops back over it. Pretty much I take my drill, use it to help clean with. They're all going pretty well for the most part. These bolts gave me a little trouble, so I PB blasted them, letting them cool, moved them back in. Then I'm gonna clean that guy up with the same type of deal. Lube the pins, put the brakes back. Of course, there are your bolts. Got one here, all 14s. And then of course the ones that go on the end. And then you have 14s in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just turn it to line it up. Boom, 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 boom. Always like to go clockwise. Don't overheat them. Big mistake. It'll break them. The clip is right back here. As you can see, it clips right on in. Just like this. And always want to have the clip part down. So just like this. And it pops up, but the cover goes over top right here. So, and here's the new one. So you can get an idea of what I'm doing. So you know, this is what it looks like. So, they pretty much match. You always want to have the curved lip going up. Sorry, you always want to have the curved lip going up, just like it is when you take it off. And there's where the clip goes. As you can see, it goes right in like that. So, I always like to clean this guy up too. And I usually lubricate the boot a little bit before I compress it. I'm going to use my handy dandy little brake caliper kit, as you can see it. So it'll help me move that right on back in perfectly. And then you want to always line up. Let me show you real quick. Very important. Reassembly, you just do everything backwards, but luckily I can leave that on. Some videos show you taking that off. If so, it's a 14 and channel lock. We'll clean this up. You always want to make sure on the back of that brake pad, see this? There's a pin. You want to have that pin inside of there and not on here. So let me show you. You understand what I'm saying? See the brake pads? Which one has the pin? That guy right there is your inner one. You can tell. See the pin? Also, this always goes down. Of course, well, anyway, if the pin's lined up, you can't get it wrong. So, there you go. So, on the bottom, and the clip. Boom, boom. Let me finish getting the bolts off. It's a 14. I can show you. They're cooled down now. Never let them get hot. Not a good idea to let them get hot. But yeah, they're coming right on off. Show you so you get an idea. They were giving me a little trouble. It's almost impossible to do this one-handed, but I'm at the customer's place, so I'm not going to do this too long. I'm kind of showing you the idea, though. You just line it up. And you can do every one like that. Now they're coming up pretty easily. This guy was giving me a lot of trouble earlier. Let's see what she does now. Still a little tight. I moved her back in some, but she's coming. Take some time with it. Gotta give it a break. Give it a break. Lube it up, come back. Every time you spray it with lube, it'll cool it down. These are hand loosening up here, basically, at this point. So these are just coming right off. Maybe a good thing, too. It may mean that caliper is going to come right off. But these should turn. Oh, yeah. Can you hear that? Definitely a sign of a bad guy. Either way, I cleaned up around there, too, with my cleaner. And other than that, the top one's coming great. You do not want to snap these. You will regret it. Have a bad day. There's your sensor. Let it hang for now. And just keep that out your way. Actually, I probably could have hooked it up a little higher, but there's no need. You got plenty of room to hang it up out your way. You don't want to drop it, bend anything, mess up the brake line. All right, take care. Be in touch with the finish.